My next patron question is from Graham, who wants to know, what are your favorite James Bond themes? Also, are there any modern music artists who can make great James Bond themes in future movies? There are several great James Bond theme songs done in various styles, which have proven memorable. Obviously, you have the classics, particularly those sung by Shirley Bassey. Goldfinger's understandably the most iconic, but I also really like the themes from Diamonds Are Forever and Moonraker, with Bassey appropriately belting them out. In addition to two of those, another highlight from the Connery era is Thunderball. Tom Jones put everything into performing that number, and there's a reason John Barry's composition is often used as inspiration for anyone attempting to imitate the musical sound of James Bond in spy movie parodies. The one Weird Al song for Spy Hard is especially notable for capturing that style, and it's really the only part of that film that accurately spoofs spy movies instead of going off in tangents. In addition to Moonraker, another high point of the Roger Moore era is Nobody Does It Better, the theme song from The Spy Who Loved Me. Sung by Carly Simon, it has a romantic sound to it fitting the title of the movie, and composer Marvin Hamlisch makes great use of the instruments to give it that extra burst of excitement. Surprisingly, despite the massive success of the song, including getting nominated for an Oscar, this was the only Bond film Hamlisch wrote music for. But he did a great job, as did Simon for her performance. Another great song from the Moore era is Live and Let Die, written by Paul and Linda McCartney. It was a different sound than people were accustomed to hearing from the James Bond theme songs at the time, but what it does particularly well is change tempos without feeling jarring, as it goes from slow to fast and loud, and then back to slow. It was certainly an inspired way to introduce audiences to this new 007. I admit a lot of the themes that followed Moonraker are not to my personal musical taste, especially during the Pierce Brosnan era. Some are okay and perfectly listenable, but not necessarily tunes that stick out to me. And then there are songs I outright don't like. But this question was about the best James Bond theme songs, so I won't mention them by name. Thankfully, there are two from Daniel Craig's time as Bond that I rank among the best theme songs in the franchise. One of them is You Know My Name, which opens Casino Royale and is sung by Chris Cornell. This was a pivotal film of the franchise as it basically sought to show a younger James Bond rather than the more experienced one from the previous films, along with erasing the timeline. That was intended for something more serious and also tougher, and it was necessary for the filmmakers to ease audiences into this new Bond. The song played a role in that and absolutely succeeded in creating an exciting theme that gets one pumped up for what Craig's 007 will do. Cornell also provides a performance that captures the feelings felt by this Bond, who is a little angrier than the others. The other song is Skyfall, written and performed by Adele. The opening notes make it clear this is harkening back to the classic period, with Adele's vocals additionally recalling Shirley Bassey. It's a fantastic song with plenty of stirring notes, and much like You Know My Name, it perfectly suits Craig's iteration of the famous secret agent. I only talked about the opening theme songs, but I do want to shout out the music in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That movie did not have an opening song, but the orchestral theme by John Barry is an all-timer in the franchise for me, and a fantastic use of electronic music. The movie does have a song, though, titled We Have All the Time in the World, sung by Louis Armstrong. It's a great song and nicely captures the relationship that forms between Bond and Tracy. Regarding the second part of the question of who could possibly make a great James Bond theme in the future, nowadays they tend to hire singers who are also songwriters. I'm sure someone who is near the top of that list is Taylor Swift. She is, after all, the biggest pop star in the world with a penchant for writing memorable songs. I even really like the song she wrote for Cats. Another popular singer I could see them choosing one day is Rihanna. The song she co-wrote and performed for Black Panther Wakanda Forever was beautiful, and she would be a good choice for a James Bond theme. Someone who could certainly belt out a tune is Idina Menzel, and I can easily imagine her voice opening a James Bond movie. If the filmmakers want to harken back to the sound of songs like Thunderball, Seth MacFarlane would be a good choice, as he's someone who does take big band music seriously, and he and his musical collaborator, Walter Murphy, could certainly make something worthy. Of course, it should be noted that as I'm recording this, Eon Productions has yet to announce who the next James Bond is, and the theme songs do often reflect the actor chosen and the route they take the character in. Daniel Craig was announced 3 years after Die Another Day was released, but we're now also close to 3 years since the release of No Time to Die, so who knows when they will reveal the new actor. I'm certainly curious about that, and what the next theme song will end up being. Thank you for your question, Graham.